ballistic missile, the first time such a weapon has been used in the 1,000 days of the war. It comes after Ukraine used US and British supplied long-range missiles to strike targets inside Russia. Medical officials in northern Gaza say the latest Israeli airstrikes have killed many people. At least 5 buildings in Beit Lahia and Gaza City were hit. Hamas-aligned media say more than 60 people died. As the US tries to secure a ceasefire between Israel and Hezbollah in Lebanon, Washington's Special Envoy Amos Hochstein is due to hold talks with the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. The US government has proposed breaking up Google's monopoly over online searches by making it sell its Chrome search engine. Google said the US Justice Department was pushing a radical interventionist agenda. The Sri Lankan President Anura Kumara Dissanayake says he will not renegotiate the stringent conditions attached to an IMF loan, reversing an election pledge. Shares in Adani Group companies have fallen sharply after US prosecutors charged the Indian billionaire owner Gautam Adani, his nephew, and a number of others linked to the group of bribing government officials in India. A court in Pretoria is hearing arguments by a civil society organisation seeking to protect miners holed up in an abandoned mine in South Africa. It wants the court to extend an interim order that prevents the police from blocking the delivery of food, water and medicine to the miners who remain in hiding. John Prescott, the former Deputy British Prime Minister, has died at the age of 86. He played a major role in securing the landmark Kyoto Agreement on climate change. That's the latest. BBC.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission-free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie, you're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and in time? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of a prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamp Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination intact. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820. Or you can visit our website www.welllamb.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamb@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Are you looking for the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy door-to-door shipment company? Well, look no further. When was the last time your family received a shipment back in Ghana on time and intact? You are not sure? Well, Lamb Shippers, we pride ourselves with being the fastest, reliable, and trustworthy shippers you can use. You are assured of prompt pickup anywhere in the UK by our personnel. They also make sure your items are well packaged to get to its destination in time. When it comes to door-to-door shipment, look no further. Well, Lamb Shippers, contact us on 07939009321 or 07498911820, or you can visit our website www.welllamp.co.uk. You can also drop us a mail, info@welllamp@gmail.com. Well Lamb Shippers, fast, reliable, and trustworthy.
There. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Pram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Pram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
The best radio show. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car,
At work,
at home.
on your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Smile though your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
This is Starr Radio. This is
UK.
Starr Radio
UK.
This is Starr Radio
UK.
Welcome. Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
Enlighten your day with Starr Radio. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Welcome.
Oh, hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. I want to welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Morning Show, the Thursday edition, of course. You can see from my apparel this morning that it is cold. It is, but yeah, so those of you who want to see me on my hair, yeah, just bear with me whilst I keep myself warm. If not, my nose will be dripping. But wherever you are this morning, once again, we want to say thank you very much for joining us. This is Starr Radio UK, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
Okay, so let me say good morning to Mr. Laimi Koike. He will not be able to join us this morning because he has to be on an errand today and tomorrow, trying to be on somebody say fact-finding tour, errand. So he will not be part of the show today. And then, but he sent us all the stories that he's making their rounds in Nigeria, where we're going to be touching on as well. And then we'll be looking at Let me say good morning to my able producer as well, Mr. Francis Guy. Without his assistant, I will not be able to bring you the program because he makes sure that everything is ticking along nicely. Massive good morning to you. Atakofi, massive good morning to you. I hope you are doing very, very well. Preparing for the election, preparing for Christmas and everything there. I hope everybody is doing well. You know, Sherman, especially to me, the chief of Sherman, I salute you, sir. I hope you are doing well. And to all inhabitants of Sherman and Ghana as a whole, massive good morning to you all there. Bishop Adeshina, massive good morning. Anthony Adedeji Aziz, good morning to you. Shamsuddin, and all you wonderful people who tune in from across the globe, wherever you are, to listen to us. This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So by way of program, I'm going to bring you the quote for the day, the weather forecast will follow suit, then the travel update. We'll move on from there to have a look at some of the stories making the rounds this morning. And then we'll be taking you or bringing you the details of the stories from Nigeria to other parts of Africa, to Ghana, to other parts of the world, and then to the UK, and then we'll bring the program to a close at 12 o'clock. However, at a quarter to 12, the lines are open for you to add your voice to the discussion. So wherever you are listening to us this morning, I want to say massive welcome to the show. Share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones, and invite them to like our pages as well. Starr Radio UK. Of course, I will bring you some lovely tunes. And this morning it's been quite a while since I brought you something from Atakofi, and this morning is on And Why Not. I'll be bringing you something from Atakofi as well during the course of the program. So wherever you are, don't think of touching the dial at all, because it's all packed. All right? Yes. It's been a while, so why not? We'll have to give thanks and praise to the Almighty God for what He has done for us. That will be a tune that I'll be bringing your way in the next moment. But for now, let's go on to have a look at the stories, the weather forecast, and all the other bits before we get on there. All right then. So the quote for the day says, "A truly wise person will value humility and counsel of others." If you're a truly wise person, you will value humility and counsel of others. At the end of the day, the final decision relies on you. Yes, the buck stops with you. So though people will advise you, but as the good book says, in the multitude of counsel, there is safety. All right then, Starr Radio UK. Now moving on straight to the weather front. Well, it's been quite nippy here in the UK. Felix, let me say good morning to you, my brother Felix, all the way in Aberdeen. Yeah, Aberdeen has had a very big one, but well. But when it comes to London and the southern part of the UK, this afternoon we'll see drier conditions with bright spells developing widely cold. Now this evening and tonight will remain largely dry and cold with plenty of clear spells and little to no cloud around. And there, top of the temperature is going to be 4 degrees. The lower is going to be -1. UV level low, pollution low. Sunset 16:03 and sunrise for tomorrow morning 07:30 hours. And that is Starr Radio UK. Okay, so now let's move on straight but tomorrow, yeah, the weather will improve a bit. Okay, we're going to be having 7, and then come the weekend, a bit milder, and then it will take. But yeah, the cold snap, that sharp one, will go down a bit. Okay then. So now let's move on straight to the weather, the travel updates as we will do now. Those of you using the underground this morning here in London, the Victoria Line is experiencing severe delays due to an earlier faulty train at Seven Sisters. Tickets are being accepted on London buses, Greater Anglia, Great Northern London Overground, Southwestern Railway, and Southeastern. So check before you leave. Also, the Northern Line is also experiencing minor delays due to an earlier point failure at Kennington. Now, tickets are being accepted on London trams, Southeastern, and other lines as well. The London Overground has no service between New Cross and Surrey Quays, Sydenham and Crystal Palace. Severe delays between Highbury and Islington and Clapham Junction, West Croydon, while they fix a signal failure in the Hoxton and Shoreditch High Street area. Tickets are being accepted on London Underground and buses via any reasonable route. That aside, all the other underground lines, good service, London Tramlink, good service, and DLR, good service there. Taking you straight to the major routes in London. No exceptional delays on there as well. And then the River Bus is also offering good service. London Cable Car, good service, bringing us straight to the final segment of the travel update, and that is the National Rail. So on the National Rail this morning, Avanti West Coast is experiencing special service, cross country special service, Great Western Railway special service, Island Line, Northern Rail, ScotRail, Southwestern Railway, Southern, Transpennine Express, and Fair Transport for Wales are all offering special service. And that is how I will say it once again. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth. Enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep those eyes where? On the roads. We'll take a quick break. We come back, and then we'll take you global trotting. Stay tuned.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenating, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep. Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to exactly 5 minutes past 11, and let's go global trotting. So what is happening from across the globe? We're kicking off from Nigeria. Now, Nigeria Governors Forum backs nation's constitutional amendment. Now, would that appease those who are agitating that they are being marginalized and their resources are not being utilized for them and all that stuff? Would that help? The forum, under the leadership of Governor Abdul Rahman Abdul Razak of Kwara, made a commitment in a communique issued at the end of its 7th fiscal meeting on Wednesday night in Abuja. Now, do you think that will pan out for them? We'll be telling you more about all that from Starr Radio UK as the program goes on. In other stories as well, Government hands over reconstructed Nigeria High Commission. Okay, we'll be telling you more about that. The government has reconstructed the Nigeria High Commission building that was demolished in June 2020 by some individuals under the cover of darkness and handed it over to the Nigerian High Commission in Ghana. We'll be telling you more about that. And then, yes. And then, in other stories, Tinubu's policies are causing more hardship in the North. Arewa Consultative Forum is saying there. And then, when it comes to Nigeria to appeal 25 million judgment award to Chinese firm, that's what the presidency is saying. We don't have the money, so we don't need to make have judgment debt, taking some of the monies away as well. Now, Senate invokes Section 157 of 1999 Constitution, sacks Danladi Omar as CCT chair. I'll be telling you more about that as well. And the final one, Nigeria's Utapate crude hits global market in a major boost for Nigeria's crude oil production, revenue generation, and economic growth efforts. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited has officially unveiled its latest crude oil grade, the Utapate crude oil blend, before the international crude oil market. Now, how does that help Nigerians as a whole to have a better life for themselves and improve the economy, especially now that we globally, they say, you know what? Yeah, we want to cut down the usage of fossil fuel and all that stuff. You want to know more? Continue to stay tuned. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In other stories making the rounds on the African continent, Congo opposition leaders call for protests against president's plan to change the constitution. Okay, so with that, I ask myself the question, where is the AU? Where is the sub-regional bodies that's supposed to be, whether it's East Africa or whatever, whatever thing that they need to do to stop or let him see sense there? So he didn't take it as if, okay, now, and then I can go as much as long as I want. At least 7 members of Nigerian security forces, okay, they will talk about that yesterday, and in Niger, conference in solidarity with the Alliance of Sahel. We'll tell you more about that as well. It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. In Ghana as well, Ablakwa Slams chief of staff for whitewashing expired rights for SHS scandal. A national SWAT is illegal and must be excluded from election, Dr. Agozo is saying. Okay, we're telling you more about all that. The 53 pistols, 74 magazines, live rounds uncovered at Tema Port. Where is it coming from and who does it belong to? Whoa, well, you want to know more? You got to stay tuned, because we know the election is in the corner or around the corner, and boy, I will beat the hell out of you. A Chelsea Jungle Warfare School commander warns miscreants. Who are these miscreants? Okay, and custom details how it busted a smuggling of pistols and others. We tell you more about that. And sniper burning of houses. Martin Amidu gives details of a crash. Okay, so still coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right then, now let's move on to other stories as well. NDC wants a boot for boot response if MPP incites violence. Ashanti regional ballot papers are safe and protected 24/7. Richard Japa is saying a new Bank of Ghana headquarters won't solve Ghana's economic challenges. Dr. Etuahene is saying, why did they use what I was going to say, that they are independent entities, so they can use the money. So why didn't they put those monies there? Well, they're giving cited skills that, well, if there be an earthquake, I mean, that place will be, will go down, and that is a danger, because that's where the gold and everything of the nation is being kept. And well, so let's see what is happening there. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Bringing the time now to 11 minutes past 11. And moving on to other parts of the world as well. Before I bring you some music. Oh, yeah. Yes. Kyiv says Russia fired intercontinental ballistic missiles in Ukraine attack. It will make the first time such a missile has been used in the war. Ukraine says it was targeting the central eastern city of Dnipro, but the extent of the damage is unclear. That and then in Gaza as well, that is reportedly killed in an Israeli strike on northern Gaza. Those are some of the stories making the round in Las Vegas. Las Vegas man who called 911 for help, killed by police in his home. Well, gun trigger happy. Police corpus there, they do that. Fourth tourist dies of suspected methanol poisoning in Laos. There are some of the stories making the rounds there. U.S. charges Indian billionaire Gautam Adani with fraud. What kind of fraud? Well, we'll tell you more about that. And how has that also impacted their stock this morning. Now, Texas offers Trump land for migrant deportation facilities. Okay. Well, let's see how that is all going to be panning out there. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I'm just watching one or looking at one of the intercontinental ballistic missiles there. Oh boy. Oh, you see that big one that they put on the trucks that they those are that's it. You got it. All right. And other stories making the rounds this morning. Here in the UK, a sad one. He was truly a one-off Starmer. Starmer pays tribute to Labour giant John Prescott. The Prime Minister joins Tony Blair and Gordon Brown in paying tribute to the former Deputy Prime Minister who has died aged 86. In other stories as well, Captain Tom's family repeatedly made money from charity, inquiry has found. Well, so let's look at this charity thing. So if I'm raising funds for charity, do I get a percentage or anything of the sort? So I put everything of mine away and I keep on going on and on and on. Is there a percentage that has to come to the individual or the organization who is doing that, and the rest goes to the firm or something of the sort, or everything has to go there? Well, you want to know more, you got to stay tuned because I'm going to bring more your way. Longer serving MPs unite to oppose assisted dying. And primary school people, suspension in England doubled in a decade. A baby remains found in field near motorway bridge. Whose was that? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And One Direction star mourn Liam Payne at funeral. That's the final story from there. This is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Wherever you are, don't touch the dial. Okay. Let's kick off from updates from Nigeria this morning, and let's see. But that will be after this quick break. So that I can have a sip of some water there.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 16 minutes past the top of the hour. And now let's go, bringing you the details of the stories that is making it around. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. Now I'm looking at agitation that goes on pertaining to communities that feel they are being marginalized. So we look at the southeast, we look at the southwest, we look at the middle belt, and now even looking at the northern part of the country. Now, some are pushing that we want out because we think that there is no need for us to say we want to reconstitute or having the regional government as we had previously and stuff like that. But the forum under the leadership of, the Nigerian Governors Forum has pledged to support pledge its support for the ongoing amendment of the country's constitution. The forum, under the leadership of Governor Abdul Razak of Kwara, made a commitment in a communique issued at the end of the 7th fiscal meeting on Wednesday night in Abuja. Now, Governor Ubasani, who read the communique, said the governors discussed national issues including constitutional amendments. He said that the governors engaged Benjamin Kalu, the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives and Chairman of the Committee on the Review of the 1999 Constitution as amended, who provided insights into the ongoing amendments. Mr. Sani quoted the Deputy Speaker as emphasizing the importance of collaboration between the forum and the committee, proposing the establishment of a one-stop shop framework to align state-level priorities in the review process. Now, governors pledged their support for the initiative and reaffirmed their commitment to actively engage in shaping the amendment that will strengthen Nigeria's constitution, he said. Mr. Sani said the forum also engaged the Minister of Education, Tunji Aluza, on the strategies to reposition Nigeria's education system for improved outcomes. He added that minister highlighted some challenges such as high rate of out-of-school children and poverty, particularly in the northeast and northwest zones. Now, key proposals discussed included strengthening collaboration between federal and the state government, improving the quality of girl-child education, integrating vocational training, and leveraging data and technology to enhance educational management system. The governors reaffirmed their commitment to collaborating with the federal government and development partners to address these challenges and align efforts towards achieving sustainable development goals, Mr. Sani said. Mr. Sani also mentioned that discussions regarding tax reforms were part of the meeting agenda, but added that they were still consulting. In subsequent meetings, he expressed confidence that a consensus will be reached on the tax reforms. The governor further stated that the forum was collaborating with the relevant security agencies to address the ongoing security challenges in the country. We are very confident that it is a matter of time before all these issues are resolved, all we appeal is for Nigerians to be patient, he said. Now, you're telling them to be patient. Can they survive the time? Survive till the time that we will have these policies implemented. And again, the other question that I'm asking is, now, should the constitutional amendment, the 1999 constitution that is being looked into, the amendment, should it come in and maybe talks about how I'm not talking about regional bodies because I know that definitely wouldn't call for that, but again, making sure that percentages or higher percentages of whatever revenues that is coming from particular states or areas will go to them for their own improvement or stuff like that. Though we know that the federal government that's it. But if it comes to the amendment, looking into the constitution, do you think that will give them that? Well, I'm not sure about that, but just bear with me whilst I bring you that. Okay. Yes. The Arawa Consultative Forum has blamed the economic policies of President Bola Tinubu for the worsening conditions in northern Nigeria. Is it only the north that is suffering? Somebody will say, no, sir. Now, the ACF called on President Tinubu to take immediate action to address the pressing issues of security, education, economic development in the region. The Pan-Northern Socio-Political Organization stated this in a communique released to journalists at the end of its National Executive Council meeting in Kaduna on Wednesday, November 20. Now, the communique signed by ACF National Publicity Secretary Professor Tukur Mohammed Baba expressed dissatisfaction with the current economic policies with the forum claim which the forum claim have amplified hardship in the country. Despite the dire economic conditions in Arawa, the policies of current federal government have continued to worsen the situation, showing little sensitivity to the precarious existential challenges faced by the Arawa people. In the quote, it said, succinctly stated, economic reforms will indeed, while indeed desirable, should not impoverish the same people they are meant to serve. The people are not, may not be alive to reap the putative benefits. And that is exactly what I said when it comes to constitutional reforms that they are talking about. But do you think that they are crying? They say, well, we think that the policies that the government is putting through is affecting the North adversely. And they are saying, government continue to say, or the federal government continue to say that, look, we all have to be in there, we all have to tighten our belts, because it's just a matter of time that everything will pan out nicely for us. Do you think it's a wise saying? Do you think it's something that they have to hack into? And what can the constitutional amendment bring on the table? Well, ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK at 11:23, and it's your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, so bringing you updates from Nigeria. In a major boost for Nigeria's crude oil production, revenue generation, and economic growth efforts, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation Limited has officially unveiled its latest crude oil grade, the Utapate crude oil blend, before the international crude oil market. It will be recalled that in July 2024, NNPC Limited and its partner, the Sterling Oil Exploration and Energy Production Company, SEPCO Limited, introduced the Utapate crude oil blend following the lifting of first cargo of 950,000 barrels, which headed for Spain. Now, during a ceremony at the August European Crude Conference in London, United Kingdom, yesterday, the managing director of NNPC and EP Limited, Mr. Nicholas Fourcade, described the introduction of the Utapate crude oil blend into the market as a significant milestone for Nigeria's crude oil export to the global market. Now, the NNPCL Chief Corporate Communication Officer, Mr. Olufemi Shoneye, disclosed this in a press statement yesterday. The statement quoted Fourcade saying, since we started producing the Utapate field in May 2024, we have rapidly ramped production to 40,000 barrels per day with minimum downtime. So far, we have exported 5 cargoes, largely to Spain and the east coast of the United States, while 2 more additional cargoes have been secured the November and December 2024, representing significant boost to Nigeria's crude oil export market. Okay. He added that since its introduction into the global market, the Utapate crude oil blend has enjoyed a positive response from international crude oil market due to its highly attractive qualities. Now, Fourcade said the oil mining lease is 13 fully operated by NEPL and Natural Oil Field Services Limited, a subsidiary of SEPCO Limited, boosts huge reserves of about 330 million barrels of crude oil reserves, 45 million barrels of condensate, and 3.5 TCF of gas. We have is a trillion cubic feet of gas. Now we have a number of ongoing projects to increase our production from the current 40,000 to 50,000 by January and 60,000 to 65,000 by June 2025. Eventually, or essentially, we are targeting opportunities to increase production to 80,000 barrels per day by the end of 2025. Forecast added. He said the Outer Pate crude oil terminal is sustainable, affordable, and fully compliant with the rigorous environmental regulations and sustainability principles, especially those aimed at reducing carbon emissions and other ecological efforts. So the crude oil have got some that are environmentally, put it this way, friendly. Okay, so that is a good one there. Well, let's see how it all goes. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. One other story from Nigeria, and then we bring the update from Nigeria to a close there. It's all coming away from Starr. Now, the Senate has invoked Section 157 of the 1999 Constitution and sacked Danladi Omar as CCT chairman. The Senate on Wednesday invoked the provisions of Section 157, Subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria 1999 as amended for the removal of Chairman of Code of Conduct Tribunal, that's CCT, Danladi Omar. This followed adoption of a motion on invocation of provision of Section 157, Subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic as amended for removal of the Chairman of CCT at plenary on Wednesday. The motion was sponsored by Senator Bamidele Opeyemi, leader of the that's APC Ekiti representative, leader of the Senate. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Okay. Now let's continue to other parts of Africa as well at 11:28. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So, what do you think about the constitutional amendment thing that is taking place in Nigeria, which the various governors have appended their signatures to or has backed it? What do you think about it? I want to hear from you. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. When you talk about constitutional amendment, well, there's one going to be taking place in Congo. But what is it all about? Now, leaders of the main opposition parties in Congo called on Wednesday for nationwide protests against President Felix Tshisekedi's plan to draft a new constitution. This is a new one. The rest are amended. It's drafting a new one. Now, last month, Tshisekedi announced that a national commission will be set up next year to draft a new constitution for the Central African country, raising concerns among the opposition over a possible altering of the presidential term limit. Now, the opposition politicians, including former President Joseph Kabila and former presidential candidate Martin Fayulu and Moise Katumbi, called for protests against Tshisekedi's plans. The constitution was meant to prevent authoritarian drifts and guarantee democratic transition of power. Chaudhry Ramazani, spokesperson for the Kabila's party, said in a joint statement from the opposition. Tshisekedi was re-elected last December with results questioned by the opposition. He has spent much of his first term in office trying to gain legitimacy after a disputed 2018 election while struggling to put an end to the armed conflict in the country's east. He has criticized the current constitution, which was adopted by a referendum in 2006 several times in recent months, saying it is outdated. Opposition groups have expressed worry that the president may change the limit of 2 5-year presidential terms to remain in power. Now, Tshisekedi has also slammed what he described as a slow decision-making process. It often takes takes months after elections before a government is formed, and has cited tensions between governors and the provincial assemblies as reasons to draft a new constitution. He has also said the changing the presidential term limit was up to the people to decide, not the president. Experts say Tshisekedi has the power to change the constitution, but it will have to be approved by 60% of the parliament or passed by referendum. So what is going to be his way out from there? It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, yesterday we did talk about Kizza Besigye, and the Ugandan authorities were saying they have not apprehended him. But as we did say yesterday, it looks like he was kidnapped and renditioned to Uganda from Kenya. Well, Uganda opposition figure Besigye appeared Wednesday in a military court days after he was reported missing in Kenya. He was charged on four counts, including possession of illegal firearms in foreign countries and seeking military support to destabilize Uganda's military forces. His lawyer says the court lacks jurisdiction and has questioned Kenya's role. For his liberty to be curtailed in a sovereign state like Kenya, and no action being taken by the Kenyan government against the sister country violating the territorial integrity of Kenya, that is a very serious matter, and we won't let it lie down, Arias Lukwago said, because the government of Uganda violated the territorial integrity of Kenya, and if they do not raise any issues about that, obviously it remains that they are complicit to what is happening, and is the reason we are going to put them to task. Now, Besigye was produced in court 4 days after traveling to Nairobi, where his wife, who is the head of the UNAIDS, said he was kidnapped. His supporters and relatives were at the Kampala military court. If the person is in some hands somewhere, they are not under a known recognized authority, and they show up here. It's very concerning. Is very distressing. The former presidential candidate was charged with Haj Lutale Kumaleje's close ally. Both denied the charges. Besigye traveled to Kenya for a book lunch. The former leader of the Forum of Democratic Change Party has been remanded in Luzira prison until December 2. Now, Kero Singo, Kenya's Foreign Affairs Permanent Secretary, told local media that Kenya was not involved in the alleged incident. Besigye at first appeared without lawyers. He rejected government legal representation and said he was not a serving member of the armed forces and should be tried in a civilian court. So why are they trying him in a military court? And if you watch the pictures in front of me here, you're looking at it, it's all surrounded with the military, and he's put it in a cage, metal cage. Wow. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. So again, I asked myself the question, this has not been the first time, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the IPOP or the Biafrans, yes, he was also kidnapped and renditioned from Kenya to Nigeria. And now we have a Ugandan opposition leader who was also kidnapped and renditioned from Kenya. So what is happening to Kenya? Is it a ground where if you there protest or speak against your government and think that, well, it's a place where you can be and you have a bit of solace or protection, oh boy, then you have to come again. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, Mali's Prime Minister Shogel Miaga was sacked on Wednesday. A decree was read on national television by the Secretary General of the Presidency, Afoseyin Diawara, read the 3-article text signed by the president of the transition, General Assimi Goita, appointed by the military in 2021 following Mali's second coup in a year. Prime Minister Choguel Kokala Maiga publicly criticized the junta on November 16 during events marking the November 2023 recapture of Kidal. Dressed in military attire despite being a civilian, Maiga voiced frustration over his exclusion from key decisions, particularly regarding the timeline for the nation's political transition. Demonstrators in the capital and many cities in the country called for Maiga's resignation. A section of Mali's military, known as the Collective of Military Defense, is accusing Prime Minister Choguel of treason and denunciation following his criticism of the ruling generals. Oh, okay. Well. Things fall apart when the center cannot hold. But still bringing you some more stories from there on a very, very cold day here in the Starr in London and here in the studios as well. Very, very cold here, right? Somebody say, yeah, right. Okay. So going on. Now, people have been gathering in Niger for a conference in solidarity with the Alliance of Sahel States, made up of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger. The Conference of Solidarity with the people of Sahel aims to provide support for the countries which have been cut off from much of the international community following recent coups. An economic and defense confederation, the AS, was formed in September last year following the Nigerian crisis in which West African political bloc ECOWAS threatened to intervene. The Sahel Solidarity Movement is also supported by popular organizations in neighboring Benin and Ghana. Ali Moza came to the conference from Gabon. He says that he doesn't believe democracy has helped African countries. Now, 60 years of independence, no roads, no water. The people can't find water, and water is life. How can we live under so-called democracy when there are no schools? He said. Now, people are learning on the floor. They are no tables. We think times have changed. It is no longer the time to talk about democracy, he said. There were also discussions on the role of women in the fight against imperialism and neocolonialism. Now, Adam Richardson, founder of the Thomas Sankara Center, a political education center in Ouagadougou, said all African needs to unite. Now, women must play a role. Women are more than half of the population. It is normal that more than half of the population are asleep when there is a revolution outside. The masses should be 100% engaged. Mohamed Sekou Doro, president of the support committee for ASS in Niger, believes that the leaders of the three countries are visionaries. Now, three heads of states who defends women and children's interests. Women should reassure themselves that we have three heads of state that we need for their well-being, for their emancipation. The coups in Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger came amid widespread discontent with leaders with close connection to former colonial power France. They have long battled Islamist insurgencies, with French forces entering Mali in 2013 to take back control of the northern part of the country from militants. But after nearly a decade, security situation in the country had not improved and had spread into neighboring Burkina Faso and Niger. Military leaders were unable to drum up support by promising independence from their former colonizers and a solution to the ongoing security crisis. The three juntas have spurned Western countries and turned instead to partners such as Russia, Turkey, and Iran. Now, Mali and Burkina Faso have seen the security situation worsen in recent years. Most of Burkina Faso territory is outside of government control. Mali is suffering deadly attacks in its capital. Deadly attacks in its capital in September as well. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. So what is the way forward? What is the way forward with all this at 11:41. So we got about another 18 minutes to bring the program to a close. But let's move on straight to some of the stories making the rounds. The Member of Parliament for North Tongo, Samuel Kujatwa Blakwa, has criticized the Chief of Staff, Fremal Sayopare, for dismissing reports of expired rice being distributed to senior high schools as untrue and propagandist. The MP argued that Chief of Staff's comments, which sought to downplay the seriousness of the issue, were inappropriate and failed to address the concerns raised by the public. The lawmaker's criticism follows remarks made by Osei Opare, who, in response to allegations about the distribution of expired rice in schools, described the matter as baseless propaganda aimed at tarnishing the reputation of the educational sector. She stated that such accusations should not be allowed to spread, claiming the allegations were false. However, speaking in an interview today, Mr. Blakwa strongly disagreed with the Chief of Staff's stance. Now, he contended that instead of dismissing the issue, the government should have called on all relevant agencies to investigate the matter thoroughly. He argued that this would have been a more responsible approach to ensure accountability and restore public confidence. Mr. Blakwa further expressed concern that by choosing to label the allegation as propaganda, the government was undermining the importance of transparency and accountability, which are crucial in addressing public sector issues. He urged the government to avoid whitewashing the scandal and instead take the necessary steps to resolve the problem. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. But in another response to that, Nana Komia, one of the stewards of the MPP, has called for public inquiry into the expired rights. And let me bring you that in response to what Okujata Blakwa was saying. Nana Komia, the vice chairman of the Dr. Baumia campaign, has called for public inquiry into the controversial expired rights allegedly distributed to high schools that has raised concerns across the country. Now, Nana Komia suggested that Parliament would be the ideal body to investigate the allegations thoroughly and provide answers to the public. The Member of Parliament for North Tongo, Samuel Kujatwa Blakwa, who blew the lid over the scandal, has called for the heads of all involved in what he described as criminal conduct of rebargaining expired rice and distributing such same to senior high schools across the country. So we'll heads roll. Somebody will say, not this time. But what do you think about all that? It's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. So, bringing you some story from Ghana. Now, please, planning officer at the UN Mission Support for Justice Reform, ACP, Dr. Benjamin Agozo, has called for the exclusion of the National Special Weapons and Tactics, that's SWAT, from Ghana's 2024 general election. He described the unit as illegal and unnecessary. Now, speaking at the Peace Through Democracy Forum organized by the Gimpa Law Students Association on Wednesday, Dr. Agozo raised concerns about the legality and orientation of the SWAT unit under the national security apparatus. According to the Constitution, apart from the Ghana Police Service, no other police service should be created unless by an act of parliament, he stated. So, where from the national SWAT? Who created it? And under what act of parliament? He described the unit's existence as a constitutional violation and argued that its deployment in election poses risk to peace and credibility. Apologies. Dr. Agozo recalled the controversial role of SWAT in the Yawasu West Gwogon election, which was marred by violence. The by-election was held on January 31, 2019, was marred by a shooting incident at the residence of Mr. Kwesi Delali Brempong, the NDC candidate, which has resulted in injuries to 18 persons. An observer at one of the polling stations was also assaulted. West Gwogon is still fresh in our minds, he said. If we really need peace, we must advocate that the national SWAT is not deployed Dr. Agozo added. He stated that the election should be the sole responsibility of the police, supported by the special trained officers when necessary. The orientation and training of the National SWAT are skewed towards serving a particular regime, he said, warning that their involvement could undermine the neutrality of election and security operations. So, what do you think is going to happen there? Is it the matter of they threatening these individuals or what? But this is all coming away from Starr Radio, okay, at 40 minutes to the top of the hour, where we're going to be bringing the program to close back. Feel free to join in and share your take with us. Still in Ghana, the commanding officer of the Archie Jungle Warfare School in Eastern Region, Lieutenant Colonel Jacob Kojo, has warned individuals intending to disrupt the peace on election day. He cautioned troublemakers to desist from such actions, emphasizing that the military will act decisively to maintain order. Now, speaking at a public event in a video shared on social media, Lieutenant Colonel Kojo made it clear that his unit will take all necessary legal measures to ensure a peaceful election process. He stated emphatically that if the police request military assistance, his team will respond promptly and with force against anyone attempting to incite violence. In a quote, he said, "I'm telling you here that I will come in this December 7 only with the Achimansa enclave when the police tell me they cannot handle the situation. And when I come, I will not talk. I will beat you and the hell out of you. I always want people to try me. So those seated here, any of you can try me on that day, or any of my men on that day. When you go to the police station, just cast your vote, go home and sleep. When it's 5 p.m., come and they will tell you where to stand. They will count for you. If you will win, clap and go home. Then you will not have any problem with me and my people. We are not going to sit down for just 2 or 3 people to distort the peace that Ghana is enjoying." He emphasized that every Ghanaian owes it a duty to ensure that there is peace in the country at this time. So, is it threatening them or is it okay? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, Ghana, the Bank of Ghana has now gotten themselves a new headquarters, right? Good. It was opened by the president. So, banking consultant Dr. Richmond Etuahene has said the newly unveiled headquarters of the Bank of Ghana will have no impact on the current economic difficulties the country is enduring. He was speaking. Dr. Etuahene explained that the country's financial standing is shaky as data on the economy paints a grim picture of the current situation, and there was no link between a $250 million complex like the new office building and measures aimed at stabilizing the Ghanaian economy. How would a fixed asset like that contribute to the financial stability? It is the Bank of Ghana that has created something which he doesn't understand. When he monetized, the Bank of Ghana monetized the government expenditure, which has fueled inflation since 2022 up to now. Nobody is talking about that. The current inflation we're experiencing is a printing of money, a monetization of government expenditure by central bank that has brought us inflation of 21%. Ivory Coast is 3.8%. Togo is 6.8%. I mean, so how are we clapping for ourselves? Edifices don't support it, he emphasized. He says Zimbabwe had a central bank building as imposing as this one in the 1990s, yet its economy was one of the worst at the time. The banking consultant's comment come after President Akufo-Addo officially commissioned a new headquarters dubbed the Bank Square for the central bank at Ridge in Accra. The Bank Square includes a 22-story building accommodating offices, meeting rooms, and banking hall. It also has a 9-story structure for offices, computer labs, cafeteria, and lecture rooms. The governor of the central bank, Dr. Ernest Addison, who spoke at the commissioning, said the bank square was more than a structure. He observed that it stood as a symbol of Ghana's aspiration as a leader in Africa's financial ecosystem. So we have a big building, so that means that we are rich. We have got maybe we sell that building to the US, or sell it to Russia, or sell it to one of them, and maybe that would do for us. But what do you think about all that? This is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Got another 9 minutes, so let's crack on. Now, several hours ago, Ukraine's Air Force claimed Russia had attacked the country with an intercontinental ballistic missile in what will be the first use of such a weapon in almost 3 years of the war. Asked afterwards whether Moscow fired a missile which can hit targets thousands of kilometers away, Russia's Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov told reporters he had nothing to say on this topic. Now, there is still a lot that's unclear about the exact nature of this morning's attack, and some media are quoting an unnamed Western official casting doubt on Ukraine's claim, suggesting it was a ballistic missile but not an intercontinental one. Eyes are turning to Ukraine's staunch ally, the US, as the sun rises on the East Coast. Officials there may have more to say in the coming hours. McCabe says Russia has launched an intercontinental ballistic missile at Ukraine. It will mark the first attack of from such a weapon. Now, as I say earlier on, Russia have refused to comment instead of its comment. Instead, it claims, without further information, to shut down 2 UK supplied Storm Shadow missiles. To have shot down 2 UK supplied Storm Shadow missiles. It's unclear exactly what was damaged in the attack, which Ukraine says was targeting infrastructure in the eastern city of Dnipro. Okay, it's all coming your way from Starr Radio UK. Well, one of the things that we've not talked about is the statement that Russia has made, or Putin has made, the threats. But what do you think? What do you think about all that? So coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Well, gun trigger happy police officers. A 43-year-old man was fatally shot by police in Las Vegas after he called 911 for help while fighting off an intruder in his home. The family of Brandon Derham, including his 15-year-old daughter, who was hiding in a nearby room, have asked for the officer to be fired. Now, Mr. Durham's teenage daughter said she was disgusted with Las Vegas police as they treated him like the suspect, not the victim. A lawyer for Alexander Bookman, the officer who shot Mr. Durham, said he committed no crimes. The Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department said Mr. Bookman, 26, had been placed on a paid administrative leave while they conduct an internal review of the 12th November incident. Mr. Durham had called 911 to report that two people were shooting outside and were trying to break into his home. That's what the police said. Now, officers responding to the report found cars with broken windows outside. They also noticed damage to the house and heard shouting from inside. Police said, prompting Mr. Bookman to kick down the front door to enter. Body camera footage released by the police shows Mr. Bookman walking through the home with his gun drawn, while screaming and banging can be heard out of view. Now, turning the corner of an L-shaped hallway, the officer finds a shirtless Mr. Durham wrestling over a knife with a woman wearing a ski mask, later identified as a 31-year-old Alendra Bodrix. Now, Mr. Bookman yells, "Hey, drop the knife, drop the knife," seconds before firing a shot that hit Mr. Durham and sent him and Miss Berderot to the ground. Mr. Bookman then fires 5 more shot at Mr. Durham and says, "Put your hands up." Body-worn camera footage released by police showed. Now, Mr. Durham was pronounced dead at the scene. Ms. Burdos was arrested and charged with 4 counts, including some home invasion with a deadly weapon. I'm disgusted in how the Metropolitan Police told my father after killing him to stay down. Mr. Durham's daughter told local news, "I'm disgusted that the Metropolitan Police will allow me to live fatherless for the rest of my life." The family's lawyer has asked for immediate arrest warrant for Mr. Bookman. Unlike a civil case in which an individual negligence is at issue, criminal cases require a proof of person's criminal intent. Now, David Roger, General Counsel for the Las Vegas Police Protective Association, said in a statement to CNN, "While Mr. Durham's death is tragic, Officer Bookman was doing his job and did not intend to commit a crime." So why didn't he find out who that one is, identify him, and then managed to shoot the man who was struggling to get a knife off the woman, and he was shirtless, so at least you know that he is in his house or something. Well. It's all Starr Radio UK. It is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Did he misfire? Is that what is happening? Well, a final story. The former Labour Deputy Prime Minister John Prescott has died aged 86. His family said he died peacefully on Wednesday to the sound of jazz music at his care home where he had been living with Alzheimer's. The Prime Minister Keir Starmer says Prescott was a true giant of the Labour movement and a one-off. Tony Blair says he's devastated, telling journalists no one quite like him in British politics, and recalling the moment he punched someone in the 2001 election campaign. The former trade union activist served in Blair's government for 10 years and held his Kingston upon Hull East seat in Parliament for almost 40 years. We say to him, may his soul rest in perfect peace, and to his family, our condolences as well. And if any one of you has suffered any loss or anything of the sort, our condolences to you this morning as well. It is all Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. The final one. Family, friends, and former bandmates have remembered Liam Payne at the One Direction state funeral just a month after he died at age 31. The private service took place on Wednesday in Amersham in Buckinghamshire, northwest of London. Now, Payne's former bandmates Harry Styles, Louis Tomlinson, Niall Horan, and Zayn Malik were among the mourners, alongside Payne's girlfriend Kate Cassidy and his former partner Cheryl, with whom he shares a son. Payne's coffin arrived at the church on a white horse-drawn hearse carrying floral tributes spelling the word son and daddy. Well, after the service, 4 pallbearers carried the coffin from St. Mary's Church, followed by his parents and Cheryl. Her girl allowed bandmate Kimberly Walsh and Nicola Roberts also attended the service and did One Direction's former label boss Simon Cowell, who was seen comforting the family. Presenters James Corden, Marvin and Raquel Humes, Scott Mills and Adrian Charles were also among the mourners. Other floral tributes at the funeral included one in the shape of a set of 10-pin bowling pins and balls, a reference to one of Payne's favorite pastimes. A small crowd of locals and onlookers gathered outside the church, but fans largely stayed away, with members of the One Direction group on Reddit reminding them others that memorials are for fans, funerals are for family. Payne lived in the nearby village of Chalfont, St. Giles. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where I bring the program to a close for today. But I cannot go away without bringing you some music, and this time around from Atakofi, and it says Shida, meaning thanks. When that song ends, you don't hear from me. It's been me, Archie, on this wonderful cold day here in London, Thursday morning, and tomorrow, God willing, we'll be coming your way with another edition of the morning show. God bless you and have a lovely day. Stay tuned and God bless. Bye.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Thanks for listening.
My way. Yes way. Ton fait. My way. Wanna go do. Yes way. Ton fait. Come away. Can wanna go do. Yes way. Ton fait. My way. Wanna go do. Osasi dada, Jewa wanda bosida, sida sabwe. Osasi dada, one Osasi dada, Jewa Mokobeni tamobokra, sida sabwe. Osasi dada, afete mofia moneni na vida afete keba anyemi side mofia moneni na vida kaya wala mi kometole mazi oida kaya wala mi kometole mawono goto mawono mafebo goto afete keba anyemi side mofia moneni na vida afete keba anyemi side mofia moneni na kaya wala mi kometole mazi oida kaya wala mi kometole mawono goto atana nyumoe atobo wata bono atobo na tenkodi ejene fedumo oye muano.
Thanks for listening.
Osasi dada moko benita mobue bono leno